Kaitlyn, 3-0 on opening weekend. You can't ask for anything more than that, I suspect.
Oh, absolutely. To play our first 3 games in 24 hours and come out with 3 wins is huge. It's such a tough field, so any win you can get is huge going into the rest of the week.
Well, you mentioned how tough the field is, and some might say that you guys made a statement to the rest of the field, that this is a team, obviously, that is to be reckoned with, and there's a reason you're defending gold medalists. Do you guys consider this as having made a statement?
No, I don't think about that at all, to be honest. We're just here to try and take it 1 game at a time and try and find our way into the playoffs at the end of the week and see what happens.
To sum up 3 wins, obviously you guys are executing at a high level, but I suspect there's a lot of other things that are going right now. What kind of stands out from these first 3 games that really gets you excited about the remaining 5 games in the round robin?
Yeah, I'd say we're grinders and we're patient, and we know that even if we do end up getting a lead in a game, it's 10 ends, anything can happen, and so we just have to try and keep making as many shots as we can and hang in there till the end.
Do you go back to the 2013 experience at all in terms of what you went through there to compare it to this time around, or is that over ancient history, etc.?
I mean, I definitely think about it. The nice thing is we've done it, so it's comfortable. We love to play in big events, and we get excited for that. So any opportunity that we've had to be able to play at this level is an honor, and I think that it is helpful to have had that experience and know that we can do it, and we believe in that for sure.
Well, I guess that's a big load off the shoulders to get that win.
Yeah, for sure. You got to get on the board eventually in this event, and 3 losses would have been pretty tough. We got some tough games late in the week.
Obviously, you guys made the big change just coming in here, and I imagine, there's been a transition, and was that adjustment kind of one of the reasons for the early struggles?
Maybe a bit. I mean, there's still some stuff about Matt throwing that I'm still figuring out how to ice, and some of his tendencies, and we're getting better as we've been going on, so hopefully we can keep building as the week goes on with that.
Yeah, and this is a game that's predicated on confidence, obviously, and knowing that you're confident when you put the broom down. I got the sense watching that game that it was coming to you a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. We had a really good handle on the ice, and we were getting lots of good throws from myself and Matt late in the end, and late in the game the guys were setting it up well too, so we were starting to capitalize and get some points.
Right. You know, Matt probably doesn't have a huge presence on the national scale, on the national stage, despite winning 2 national championships. But you know, just talk about what Matt brings to the team and what kind of player he is for people who might not have been familiar with him.
Absolute shot maker. He can whip peels down there and get rocks flying. He can very accurate on the peel weight and has a real good touch too. He can make a lot of soft shots and draws, so he's going to be a fantastic player for a lot of years. And
when Winnipeg plays Saskatchewan in the CFL, is this an issue, or?
He's a Bomber fan, so he doesn't really care much about the CFL, as most Bombers fans probably don't right now with how their team's been the last decade or so. So Rough Riders fans always have a little more bragging rights there, even though we're pretty bad a lot of the time too.
Chelsea, you got out of the weekend unscathed, and that's got to be a big moral victory, and obviously in the standings for your team.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at that start and those 2 teams and you sort of think like splitting would be okay, and obviously you'd love to come out with 2 wins, and so we were pretty happy with the result.
Well, and you mentioned before the interview just how long a day it was. I mean, you played yesterday and then had the morning and afternoon off. How does the team keep focused? How did you keep occupied? How do you kill a day?
Yeah, it was a long day to kill. So everyone did their own thing, but like I went and got out of the house for a bit and out of the hotel for a bit, and just a change of scenery and that kind of thing, and then came back and kind of got ready and started the day over again at about 4 o'clock. So yeah, it's a long one, but it's the only day that we have that whole day off before the evening draw, so it's not bad. Yesterday was a long, exhausting day for us, so it wasn't a bad time to have a little bit of rest.
Right. Besides the wins, besides the points on the scoreboard, what good signs did you see from your team that really have you optimistic for the remaining games on the round robin?
We have a good attitude out there right now. We're staying really calm and patient even when things aren't going our way, even when we are in trouble early in an end. We're just kind of hanging in, and things are happening for us when they need to. So it's been good that way. I think we have a pretty good handle on the ice, where to put the broom, and we feel like we know the draw weight pretty well, and we're judging and sweeping really well as well. So that's kind of all we were hoping to do, is really get super comfortable with the ice after the first couple games, so that we set ourselves up for success down the road, hopefully.
Kev, you guys just keep finding ways to grind out wins late in games. You guys obviously raise your game and your intensity level. You must like what you see.
Yeah, you know, you expect a lot of close games coming to this, and you know, we focused on that last year. Every close game against good teams, it seemed we lost. So this year we've been definitely doing better at that, and you know, it always feels better to win a tight one.
So why the difference from last year?
I couldn't tell you. You know, I mean, obviously, I think it goes without saying that we're playing better, and last year it was a little tougher for us just to get the motivation with already having our spot secured. So, you know, we knew this year this was the year, and so we really put a lot of hard work into it.
And when you look back at last year, maybe do you look at it as a positive in terms of a wake-up call, a motivator, or what have you? Did it help in some way?
For sure. I mean, 2016 we pretty much won just about everything. Most of the big events there was to win. So, you know what? I think we thought we were pretty much unbeatable back then, and so it was a bit of an eye opener to struggle last year. And you know what? It definitely didn't hurt. It showed us that we still had a lot of work to do, and that's paying off.
And if you sum up opening weekend, the 3-0 is obviously a good thing. But what did you see out of your team that has you optimistic for the rest of the week?
Yeah, I mean, the boys played great that game. I actually missed two that cost us a bunch of points. I thought if I make those two, we probably win a little easier. But, you know, we grinding out some close games. Even our first game was tight most of the way, and we're just finding a way to win.